Okay, so this is Joe, and you were talking about the economy and what you think is going to happen on Tuesday. What's going to happen Tuesday?
The country is going to go belly up.
How
Yep.
so?
Yep. The old possum is going to flip over. Huh? Yep. Because
Mass unemployment.
mass unemployment right now, although they say that there's jobs, they say that the recession was over 2 years ago. When was the recession over 2 years ago? I've been out here on the street for 3.5 years. I can't get a job. They say PGT is going to hire. I went to PGT. They told me overqualified. I'm 61 years old. I've been doing this type of work all my life. Now I'm overqualified because I know too much, and some young punk kid, 22 years old, is going to take my job, who barely knows how to read a ruler. It's the same way at Travis Tumbler. Oh, sure, they got jobs there in the next 5 years, but there's such a turnaround in that place. And you got to remember that these places aren't air conditioned, so you're working in a sweatshop. It's unbelievable that this country here and and the rich people around here, they won't even give you a dime.
So what do you think is going to happen Tuesday? How is it going to all fall?
How is it all going to fall?
Yeah.
Well, they're working on a new money, right? New money coming out, the euro, which will replace all the dollars, right? So the people that have all their money socked away and coffee cans buried out in the yard, mason jars, safety deposit box in banks, if they don't take their money out now, today, or even Monday, and buy gold, they're all going to be, the repo man's going to be knocking on their door. They're taking out their Maserati today, and their Mercedes, it's just going to be a mess, but this is God's will. God has ordained this, and it will happen to this economy.
Why is it God's will?
It is, because God has sanctioned this.
Okay.
Because of all the bad individuals that are on this planet. And it's not just going to happen in this country, it's going to happen in the world market all throughout the whole continent.
So is this the beginning of the end or the end of the beginning?
Well, we've already had Resurrection Day a few months ago. God's already come back and picked out the few that are going to go with him on his ship. So,
So now this is the creation of the new heaven and the new earth then?
Right.
Interesting.
And we're already feeling it with this heat and everything,
We didn't RSVP, so we didn't make it.
With all this heat, the planet is slowly, it's burning itself out.
Interesting. So,
and these people that live in the towers, they don't realize what's going to happen. Because they say, oh, the government, last minute, Obama raised it another $900 billion, money that they can't pay back, and they won't pay back. And, there was a story today about all these, people in government, senators, congressmen, that they're already getting paid way more than they should be getting, and then they vote themselves in another raise, and, it's Armageddon all over again.
Do you think it's going to turn into is there a positive aspect behind this? You were talking before about there might be something positive about everybody becoming homeless when
Well, like if everyone becomes homeless, they'll be more friendly towards us, and we'll have access to more things. Because we're pretty much like held hostage here in Sarasota, and we're branded scum of the earth because we don't have money, people look at us like we're dirtbags. But I went to college. He's got skills. There's an invisible glass wall between people with money and people without money, which is really strange because all my life I was taught that there shouldn't be any financial barriers between people. But this is the way it is, so you can't really change it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Why don't you go ask Ernie Ritz right over there? He just went in
I've been out here for 3 years and nothing's changed.
Try to get him to put our benches back over there by the clamshell.
Suspense, swing, round and round. Nothing really seems to be happening.
Do you want to get off the streets, or do you enjoy it?
Well, I don't know what I want because, I'm afraid to get off the streets and end up back out here because people take your things from you so easily. it's so easy to lose things. So I'm almost better off not having anything. So then if they take my stuff away, I'm not really upset about it.
That makes
I have
sense.
nothing to lose except for my job.
Do you find a lot of work in Sarasota?
There's nothing.
No. How do you get by?
I just eat at the homeless shelter. Shoot soup kitchens. That's it. I don't have a dime in my name. I made $10 in the past $10 in the past 6 months.
Doing what?
Just being lucky. Someone hands me $1 or something like that. You know. So it's just,
Do you want to work? Do you want to find things to do and occupy your time with and give your energies toward?
well, I'm out here because I got tired of working. Because that doesn't work either. But then I'm realizing it's better to work than not work. Because having money is nice. People are nicer to you when you have money.
So what do you want out of life?
I don't know. Same thing everybody else.
Everybody wants something different. Joe, what do you want out of life?
What do I want out of life? I want to see the golden lining in the universe and the pot of gold at the end.
Now that's a good answer. You sure you want to take a crack at it?
I wouldn't mind having what my parents had.
What's that?
Me. You know, because I'm so adorable. But I can't really seem to have anything. You know? My parents, I had a really happy childhood, and you know, I thought I'd just end up like them. You know, they had a house, and a car, and they traveled a lot. So I thought maybe, well, you know, that's. And I thought I tried to do better than my parents would. Here I am, almost. I don't know what happened. I just can't seem to make any money.
Do you feel like your life has a purpose?
Huh?
Does your life have purpose?
Nah, not anymore. It did when I was busy, but now it doesn't seem really. I just wake up and eat, walk, sleep. That's all I do. Eat, walk, sleep.
Do you want a purpose, or is that good enough?
I don't know. People are cruel here. If they find out what I want, then they make sure I don't get it. So I try not to say. I try not to tell anyone what I want, because if they find out what I want, then it's a very cruel town. This town is vicious, mean people. Very, very, very hateful people. Very, very hateful people. It's just, I've never seen anything like it.
What do you think has made him that way?
Greed.
Just
Greed.
greed, money. I mean, just
Right.
completely hateful.
Right. So if you take the money and the greed away from them, well,
Then they
actually,
would
if you
be
take the
humble.
money away, the greed should go away, and everything should come back smelling up roses.
So you think that after this crash you're talking about this Tuesday morning, that's gonna happen?
I think so.
Think we can be reborn as a civilization that cares about
Yeah.
people?
Yep. I think the tulips will sprout up out of the earth and form a nice bud, and everything will be hunky-dory.
So we've got optimist and pessimist.
Well, I mean, if everyone was in the same situation,
But see, the
we
thing
were,
is,
they'd be nicer.
everyone will be on the same level. There will be no rich and no poor. There'll be just one level, and everyone will be
And that's
much
just
nicer
better
to
than
you.
what we got now, because we got zero. We got nothing. We are living in a void of emptiness right now.
How do you mean?
Well, there's this when you don't have money in America, you're just like it's beyond. It's like a physical death. You can't do anything. Yeah, if you don't have. We're so dependent on money in America that if we don't have money, you can't do anything, because everything costs money. Everything costs money. So it's just I don't know what to do. Without money, you can't watch a movie, you can't ride a car, you can't eat out in a restaurant, you can't do anything. It's like being locked up.
Well, you can, but I walked on the beach today. That was free.
Yeah.
Took a long walk today. That was free.
Yeah, you can do stuff like that, but people just treat you like dirt. If you don't have money.
So you think it'll get better then when the crash happens on Tuesday?
I don't know.
We'll see.
I've turned into a very passive, like, I'm staying out of it kind of guy, I'm just throwing my 2 cents.
I hear you.
What might happen if everything crashes is everyone would be friendly.